We are going to Leader McConnell. Let's put up what Leader McConnell had to say about MLK Day, shall we? Yes, we shall. Today we honor an American hero. Now, this stuff is true, though, but it's coming from him. Today we honor an American hero, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. His dream of equal justice and abundant opportunity inspired our nation to make historic progress and continues to make us better to this day. Really, Leader McConnell? You know, Sharon, my grandmother would say, you got more nerves than a brass.
Your grandmother would be right. Your grandmother would be right, Senator Turner, because, and I don't know who actually authored the tweet. Okay, it could have been Senator McConnell, but as I recall, when this country got its first black president, I thought that he was the head cheerleader for, I'm going to make him one-term president. I thought that was him. Okay, based on what? There could be ideology, but I'd like to think there's more behind that.
Oh, I agree with that. That was him indeed. Or maybe it was his stunt double.
It could have been.
It could have been.
Let's give him some credit.
I got a stunt double too. Let's see what my stunt double had to say about his tweet. This you?
Oh my goodness. Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Your stunt double is quite the investigative journalist. Is put up this. Right.
That's
you. Own it. You gotta own it.
That's him.
That's what would Dr. King say about that? Dr. King lived through it. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, that's him. Or how about this beauty right here? Kristen Cinema. Let's go.
Oh, don't do it.
Share. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Martin Luther King Jr. Happy MLK Day. Arizona. Really? Lady? Really? But they really got nerve. And they think that this encapsulates what it means to pay honor to the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. instead of pushing public policies that would change the material conditions of people, edify and lift them.
Well, when you're big pharma and big business who you have to answer to, you can't really do the people's work. Okay, you can't march in the streets. You can't help people organize and say no, demand their freedoms when you have big pharma and big business breathing down your neck, and you pretend that it's about something else as you sit on the fence, but don't really tell people what is it that she stands for? What do you stand for? I'm happy to debate. I'm happy to listen to another point of view. But what is it that you actually stand for? It's the okie doke. And I don't think that people who participate and behave in this way on behalf of Americans, on behalf of the people, should tweet anything related to Dr. King on his birthday or any other day. I really don't. I think it does take, your grandmother was right. It really.
That part, Sharon. I'm about to get out of this chair and just run around this studio. I mean, that.
Gun fell out, yeah.
That part. And we have some other instances of Dr. King being misquoted that we want to share with our viewers. Let's go ahead. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, King, him. Invoked King when he proposed his Stop Woke Act, aimed at limiting discussions around slavery and racism in public schools. Then Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell referenced King's speech when he won re-election in 2020, but McConnell opposed the reauthorization of the Voting Rights Act, a bill King saw signed into law. Republican Rep Kevin McCarthy, now the Speaker of the House, tweeted in 2021, quote, critical race theory goes against everything Martin Luther King Jr. taught us. You know what, Sharon? Now these folks want to be pissed out. They really do.
Yeah, they really do. And I sometimes have this vision because, we love John Lewis. Everybody loved John Lewis, right? And here in Georgia, I can't escape the visions. And the last time you got to speak to him, everything he said, everything he did was with peace, and it was profound. That's a hero right there. Before his time, was standing up for all kinds of people, right? And I'd like to think that he is right now having a conversation with Dr. King. And I know John Lewis was too good to call names. I once heard someone call Governor Ron DeSantis a cheap bobblehead knockoff. It might have been me. And I don't think you should do that, right? I really don't think that that's how you fight. You don't fight fire with fire. But in this case, it is just It is just such hypocrisy and such ignorance, and the glee that he takes in uttering this great man's name. You know, luckily, Dr. King's children, they get them together. They get people together from time to time on social media, check their timelines. But I really hate that people co-opt this great American hero's name and try to co-opt it for their own trash. And that's really what it is.
Yeah, that is it. And speaking of gathering, you're right, because Dr. Bernice King was on that gathering all the way.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks. We really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.